Hey, what's up guys, TechTine here and I am back again with a brand new video. So in this video, this is the all new Revel 6 Pro. So here are my impressions of it, but before I begin, I just want to thank you all so much for watching my content. If you enjoy my videos, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So this is going to be divided into a couple of categories, and remember, this is just my first 48 hour impressions. So not really a full dedicated review, which will definitely be coming soon. So we're going to talk about the design, the display, the specs, the battery life, and the camera, as well as I'll give you guys like a rounded up conclusion. So design. So this phone follows the design of the Revel 6, which I did video on. I'll leave it in the description. However, it is taller and not really so easy to operate with one hand. But with that being said, it does have a matte plastic back with a soft touch to it. So it also does support like this boxy design, so the sides are boxier, and that what that does is really helps with the grip of the phone. And the back also holds the quad camera setup, which we will talk about a bit later. So on the bottom you have your IOs, so you have the headphone jack, your USB-C port, as well as the speaker. And the USB-C port does support up to 15-watt fast charging. So the right hand side does have a nice and tactile power button that doubles also as a fingerprint sensor, and you also have all the volume up and down. So the button on here has this kind of a pink coloring to it, similar to the Revel 6 and pretty much any other Revel lineup that is out currently right now, which in this color, in this black color, it doesn't throw it off. In the sky blue color of the Revel 6, it did throw it off. All right, so moving on to the display. So the Revel 6 Pro does have a 6.8-inch display with unfortunately only HD+. So no high refresh rate, no OLED, just a low resolution, low quality IPS panel, which is fine, right? It's fine. At the end of the day, it is a $220 phone, but you cannot just throw the word pro in it without it having at least some sort of a pro feature. Higher resolution, like a 1080p screen. I would have let it pass. A higher refresh rate, again, I would have let it pass. But it's just a fine display. It's not great. It gets the job done. And as far as the specs go, here's the list of the specs. So you have an octa-core MediaTek Dimensity 700 chip, so similar to the Revel 6. So you also have an upgraded 6 gigabytes of RAM as well as 128 gigabytes of storage. And with that, you also get a 5000 milliamp hour battery. So as far as the performance goes, when it comes to the daily task, it does what it's supposed to, move smoothly, and opening and closing apps is nice and fluid. And due to the 6 gigabytes of RAM, it also keeps apps open in the background a bit longer. So the RAM does help out with the performance. However, it does have kind of a low budget, mid budget type of chipset, and it does also has Android 12 straight out of the box. Okay, but when it comes to the more demanding tasks, it does struggle a bit here and there. But I'm not gonna beat it up in the head too much. I'm gonna give it its time. I'm gonna test it out more so I can give you a proper full review on the specs and performance. So circling back to the camera, the Revel 6 Pro again does not really have a pro camera per se, but here are the specs. So you have a quad camera setup with the following setup. So a 55 2 and 2. So a 50 megapixel main sensor, a 5 megapixel ultra wide, 2 depth, 2 megapixel macro sensor, which the other two cameras are essentially useless. So the camera is a part where a lot of budget phones do cut corners, but you do get kind of a wider, like you get a high resolution main sensor as well as a wide angle sensor. So I'm gonna give it its fair chance, and I really just want to see where it stands in the budget smartphone world, at least phones that are around the $220, $250 price range. With that being said, I mean, here's my conclusion. So I really think that this phone does have potential. It just, the Pro name throws it off. So I don't think it should be a Pro anything. But overall, I think its biggest asset to me is its clean and simple design. I think that definitely gets a thumbs up. It does have a nicely sized 5000 milliamp hour battery. Performance may be good. We'll see. I just have to do some more testing. The camera, like I said, I just want to see where it stacks. But overall, a well-rounded phone, just not a pro phone. That's off of impressions. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.